Hey gorgeous, welcome back to the makeup aisle. Today's video is going to be a haul, and it's actually a collective haul. I tend to do these because I know some people will go to like Sephora and spend like $300 out, like one time, and I don't tend to do that. I tend to kind of buy things little by little over time, and then I usually will bring it to you as a collective haul. So I've got things from Smashbox, Urban Decay, Sephora, I've got LA Colors, Saucebox, and some drugstore stuff. So I'm excited for all of these products. I have not used everything. I think I've used 2 things so far, so I'm really excited to try the rest of this stuff out. A lot of this stuff came from reviews that I've seen on YouTube and things that I was interested in trying out for myself. So let's go ahead and get into the haul. So the first thing I'm going to start out with are the 3 palettes that I see in front of me. Saucebox had a sale probably like 2 weeks ago, maybe a little longer, where they kind of bundle a couple of different palettes together. And these 3 palettes were 3 palettes that I've been interested in, but I wasn't going to spend the individual price for each palette. I just thought it was too much. So it was 3 palettes that came, I think, for $95. So the first one is the Art Nouveau, which is this palette right here. Of course, the artwork is usually the same on the cover of each palette. And that is what the Art Nouveau looks like. I have swatched these, I haven't used them, but I have seen people using them on YouTube, have also seen them swatched by other people, and I just absolutely loved this palette. The thing that just killed me, like every time I went to buy this palette, the shipping was crazy. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pay like, $8 for shipping when the palette itself is already like, I don't know, usually was on sale for like $27 or $28. Saucebox eyeshadows, I will say, are really good quality. I own several of their palettes, so justifying the price of the palettes even on sale, I can say they are worth the money. They're very, very good quality, very creamy shadows, and I also have a couple of individuals that I use constantly. So when I saw that this was in the bundle, I was very excited because I've been wanting this palette for quite some time. The second palette that came in the bundle is their Etude palette, which again, it's another one that I've been wanting for quite some time, but sometimes the prices can get a little expensive. That is what it looks like. It is just a nice, I'm gonna say basic, but I use that term very loosely because again, there's nothing basic about Saucebox shadows. They are excellent quality, but the basic colors, I think this is a very nice, neutral, everyday palette. You have your matte black, which is just amazing. Loving this kind of cranberry reddish shade here. So again, this was another one where I'm like, the bundle is just perfect. And when I show you the next palette, you're gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, I would have absolutely like sold a kid to get the $95 to get this bundle. The last one is Mermaid Life, and it's huge. As you can see, it's a big one. When this first came out, I think it was, it retailed for $75. I'm almost positive it was $75. And I don't know about you, but I know I was like, I'm not spending $75 on a palette. I'm just not gonna do it. People buy the Natasha Denonas and some of that stuff you can kind of say, okay, I see why. I don't know, and it's nothing against Saucebox again, because I love them, but I don't know that I was going to spend $75 on a Saucebox palette. I don't care how pretty it was or that it had a mermaid on the cover. When you open it, this is what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. Hands are the same size, they're huge. But I am loving this color range. And again, I've swatched a few of them. I haven't used them on the eyes yet. But just everything, the purple, the teal, the green, just so vibrant. This gold here just looks amazing. So when I saw the bundle, again, this alone retailed for $75. For $20 more, I got 2 full palettes. So the next 2 things I have are drugstore items. The first thing I have is the Infallible Paints Metallics from L'Oreal, and this is in Smoldering Eclipse. So it's almost like a purplish reddish type of shade. I wanted to get this because it's fall and I wanted to do some fall looks and use deeper, more vampier shades. And I love this lipstick anyway, like this formula, the Infallible, and this is just the metallic. So that's what that looks like. absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to use this in a video just because I love the way it looks. It just looks like, you know, vampy and dark and beautiful and just so very fall inspired. The next 3 items I have are from E.L.F. and I purchased 2 of these on the website and then 1 at Target. The first thing I have is a color correcting pen. You guys know I am a sucker for an excellent color correcting product, whether it be a pen, a pot, you know, something that looks like a concealer with a doe foot applicator, doesn't matter. I am always on the hunt for an excellent orange corrector because I have dark circles under my eyes. So this is still brand new. I have not used it, but I don't know if you could see it from there, but it's got like a little thing here showing that it's like a dark peach or a light orange. So I'm very, very excited to try this because of course it's E.L.F., so it's very inexpensive. And if it works very well, then it's something I know that I can continue to purchase. In that same order, I decided to get a new primer because I wanted to give it a try. It's the E.L.F. Beauty Shield Antioxidant Enriched Skin Protection SPF 50 Skin Shielding Primer. Holy hell, that is a long ass name. Love the fact that it has SPF. I am a stickler for using SPF on the face. I don't care if it's cloudy. I don't care if it's winter and you're like, well, the sun's not really out. The sun is always out. If it's light outside, the sun is out whether you see it or not, and it can do damage to your skin. This is again is a product I have not used, but I am excited to do so. E.L.F. has been coming out with a lot of kind of like skincare type products that people really have been raving about lately, so I'm excited to try this. The next 2 items I have, I ordered online from each of the companies. I have a Smashbox product and an Urban Decay product. Now I've talked about this Urban Decay product in a few videos already because I have used it, but I don't believe I've hauled it yet. It's the Urban Decay Velvetizer. This has been out for quite some time, but basically it is a mix and medium. It's a powder product and you can add it to I would think pretty much anything, but I usually add it to foundation to mattify it. If you've seen my videos, you know I absolutely adore a matte finish. I do not like a luminous finish. I like everything to be matte looking, nothing looking slick or oily or anything, especially because I have an oily T-zone, so it annoys the crap out of me to like get really oily throughout the day. This really does what it says it does. You put in just a little bit of powder, and trust me, just a little bit, because I remember maybe like a week ago I think I put in too much in some foundation. It literally turned to sludge. So this does what it says it's going to do. It makes the foundation a little thicker, definitely mattifies it, a little drier in a way, and it doesn't dry the skin out, but it just applies literally like a matte foundation, even if it's not, because of this powder. So it's something that I've seen other people definitely recommend, those that have oily skin, just oily T-zones, constantly like putting this product on a pedestal. And I'm like, okay, I do have to try this now because people are just saying it's a great product. And it really is. So if it's something you've been on the fence about, it's something that I can wholeheartedly recommend to you, especially if you like a matte finish or if you have oily skin and just want to keep those oils away during the day. This is a really good product, I think, to mix into your foundation. The Smashbox products that I got was the Photo Finish Iconic Primer Stick. The first one, well, one of the, I think the really popular one that's out there now is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. People have been talking about that constantly for a very long time here on YouTube, just saying that, you know, it mattifies your skin, it kind of fills in the pores and that sort of thing. And I believe that this is kind of in the same vein as the Milk Blur Stick. I have actually used this a few times and I wanted to use it a few times to kind of do a review on it. But because it's a new product, I wanted to put it in this haul. What I think I'm going to do is I am going to get the Milk Blur Stick and then I'm going to kind of pit them against each other. Use one just a full week, use the other one a full week, and really pay attention to how it wears throughout the day. Does it really blur the skin? Does it really fill in your pores? I can say for the Smashbox, a few times that I've used it, I still have noticed some oily spots as the day progressed. Mind you, it was summer. I don't know that I have personally found a product that is going to mattify your skin and keep it matte all day without showing a little shine. I personally have not found that. So I kind of took those times I've used this product with a grain of salt and said, well, let me use it in the winter and see how it works. If you're sweating, if it's super hot, you know, 90s and you're sweating, I don't know that there's a product out there that's really going to keep you from getting oily or slick or sweaty or whatever, unless your skin is super duper dry. Overall, the product I think applies really nicely. I thought it was going to kind of pill up, but it didn't. But again, I need to use it a little more, so I'm going to reserve my like final judgment or final review on this. I do like the way it goes on. You know, it feels really nice on the skin. I don't feel like it breaks me out or shows texture or anything like that. But as far as really doing, you know, like keeping my skin matte throughout the day in different climate changes and that sort of thing, I still have to use it a little more to be able to get you a good and like thorough review. The next few items I have are from LA Colors, and the shadows that I'm gonna show you, Emily Noel here on YouTube, I had seen a video and I was like, let me see what this is about. I love watching her videos because the content she brings you is very thorough. Her reviews are just amazing. She talks to you. It's not all of this kind of, I don't like want to pigeonhole anybody or kind of call anybody out. She just has a style that's her own, and I think certain people flock to that because of the way her demeanor is. It's different than other YouTubers. She's calm, she just kind of gets you the information that you need and is just very thorough with everything that she does. So really, really love her channel. If I remember when I'm editing this video, I will link her down below. This is not a collaboration or anything. It's just a YouTuber that I enjoy watching, and hopefully it's someone that you'd enjoy watching as well. But if I forget to link her, it's Emily Noel 83, I believe. Brunette, very, very beautiful, funny, just she's really great all around. She's one of those people that you see and you're like, this is what she was meant for. She was actually a news anchor many years ago and then decided to do YouTube full-time. So it's just nice to see her succeeding. Really love her stuff. So I had started watching this video and I literally had to pause it probably about, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes in, something like that. I went to another screen on my iPad and I purchased a couple of these shadows because she was raving about how beautiful they were, how pigmented they were, how they wore on the eyes, and I'm like, okay, I gotcha. And the fact is they're LA Colors, so they're very, very affordable. I want to say they're like $4 or $5 a piece. Again, I will link everything down below so you have the information. But these are the LA Colors Duo Tone Eyeshadows. So basically they're duos. The packaging is not bulky per se, but a little bit. It's clear, and so when you open up the top, you get your shadow duo. So that's what that looks like there. This is kind of a purple and a cranberry color. Some of these are a matte and a shimmer. Some of them are both mattes. Some of them are both shimmers. So this shade is Merlot, which is, you know, pretty spot on. And then underneath it, you get a mirror, which is really nice. So if you're on the go or something and need to touch up. So that's one of those. And I want to say they have like 12 or 14 options. They have a lot of these shadows. And I'm like, okay, I can't buy everything because they're going to throw me out of my house. So let me just order a few and try them out. And of course, I had to get a black and white duo, and this is called Eclipse. These are both matte. You basically just get a nice black matte and a nice white matte here on this side. I did swatch all of these when I got them, and I've had them for quite some time, probably, I don't know, maybe like 2 months maybe. I just haven't gotten around to using them. The next duo is Night Sky, which again, right up my alley. We've got a gorgeous deep blue here and a gray here. This is more like a silvery gray, not necessarily a dark gray, but again, just the colors are so gorgeous. And then this one I definitely had to get because she raved about this combination so much as just a really nice starting point for an eye look. And this is called Lingerie. So as you can see, it's just a beautiful like brownie color and then kind of a cream color here. And she was right, you know, you're gonna start your look out, if let's say you're just using these, this is the perfect duo to start out the look with. So as soon as she said this, I said, okay, I'm definitely getting this one. And then the other ones I kind of purchased based on the colors that I personally like, because some of these I want to say maybe like the blue and silver, I think she said it wasn't anything that she would necessarily use, whereas I absolutely adore those colors on my eyes. So again, just because she raved about them, I just stopped her video and went and purchased these. Once I start using these, if they're really all they're cracked up to be, I definitely want to get a couple of more. Just love the whole idea of just having two tones that kind of work together. And so you need probably maybe 2 or 3 to really get a complete look together. So while I was on the website getting these, again, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again, I have never met a blush palette that mama didn't love. I love blush, adore it. And they have a new blush and highlight palette called So Cheeky. This is basically almost like a NYX one or the Maybelline one that has come out. The colors are definitely beautiful. You get a gorgeous purple here, pink here, or like a darker pink, a lighter pink, and then kind of a peachy color here, and then 2 highlighters. I did swatch these as well when I got them. I have not worn them on my cheeks, so I can't give you a review on that, but I am going to use these products so that I can bring you a review. I'm just excited to try them out. The colors of everything, the blush and the eyeshadows, just look so spot on to stuff that I would absolutely love. So the next, I guess, little smattering of products that I got from Sephora. I actually put this order in on Thursday. When I went to walk my dogs today, I saw the box outside. I'm like, is that my box already? Like, Sephora takes a couple of days and I don't have 2-day shipping. I don't know if they were just trying to get stuff out the door or whatever. But what I did was they have that weekly deal that now starts every Thursday where they have like 4 or 5 products that are just an amazing deal. And it's basically just as long as they last, and then whatever, you know, if it sells out, and that's it. So I've been kind of keeping an eye on it a couple of weeks. I went in for one product, I forgot what it was. When I went in, it was already sold out, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So as soon as I get like that notification, I'm like, okay, let me see what they have. This week, I was like, oh, I have to get this. I have been eyeing this palette now since it came out, and I think it came out in the spring or summer, I want to say. It's the Clay Play Face Shaping Palette from Tarte. This is what it looks like. First of all, I'm going to try not to blind you because it's very reflective. The mirror is gorgeous, but this is what the palette looks like. So you get basically like little eyeshadow sets, and then you get these kind of contour sculpting powders down here. As soon as I opened the palette, I was just amazed, especially with the sculpting powders. They just look so up my alley and like they're going to work for my skin tone. Sometimes you never know really what you're going to get with stuff like that. The colors of the shadows, absolutely beautiful. I love Tarte shadows. Sorry, I'm blinding you there. I love Tarte shadows, so I have very high hopes for this palette. The next thing I got from Sephora was just something for my kit, because I use these personally in my everyday life and I absolutely love them. And so instead of like taking some from my collection or from my stash and putting them like in a little Ziploc bag, these just look so much more shishi, if you will. It's the Shiseido Facial Cotton. I know people are like, look man, it's cotton. Who gives a crap? It's cotton. No. I thought the same thing when I was like, really? They sell cotton at Sephora and it's Shiseido? Really? It is the best cotton I have ever used in my entire life. It is one of those things where, you know, for me, cleaning my face at night, getting all the gunk off from the day, I use this with my Bioderma, is luxury for me. It is my time. It is when I know that I'm getting all of the day off of my face, cleansing it, making sure that I keep it looking as beautiful as I can for as long as I can. So for me to add this little bit of luxury is fine. The big pack is $10, and I want to say it brings like 60 or 70 squares. I use 1 square or 2 square tops per night. Again, it just doesn't feel like anything you've ever tried. So if you're thinking cotton rounds, it blows it out of the water. Regular cotton balls really blows it out of the water. It's soft and just feels so good on the skin. I can't say enough good things about it. So they come in the little packages. These are $5, so I decided that I would do this to keep in my kit. So that way it just looks a little nicer. It's not like in a Ziploc bag or anything like that. And I always know that I have good cotton pads in my kit. So I was excited to get those. I don't usually use my points on Sephora. I usually save them because, I don't know, sometimes they're like the 100 points are like tiny little things, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm not really interested. Sometimes a collection comes along for like the 500 points that I'm like, I have to have that because I just have to have it. Whether it's products that I've used before, haven't used before, if it's something that I feel is like almost worth it, like you know, you'd go to a store and actually purchase this little set, then I will get it. So this for me is a set that all of these products I have never used. This is a Laura Mercier foursome, and it starts out with their hydrating foundation primer. This primer actually, I've had their oil-free primer, the small one, and this is the size of the small one that you would buy in the store. So that's really good. And I love that it's hydrating because we're coming up on winter. My skin is much drier. So it's nice for me to try the primer that I haven't tried before. So that's the primer. And then I have the Secret Brightening Powder. This is for under the eyes. It's, you know, a small thing, but it's powder. Like, how much are you really ever going to use? So it's nice for me to try it because I've heard that you get a little flashback. As you can see, I am not a pale girl, so I have held off buying that. And also the translucent loose setting powder that everybody raves about, and I've been dying to wear it, but I just think it would leave white cast on me. So you get a translucent powder there. She did come out with the dark, but it's too dark for me. It's made for darker girls. So you've got like really pale or really dark, and I'm like, Laura, please, medium. Can we kind of meet in the middle? Because people rave about this product, but if it's going to leave white cast, I'm certainly not going to spend the amount of money that it costs to get the big one. I want to say it's like $40, if I'm not mistaken, or $42 for the large, you know, the regular size. I'm just not going to waste money on a product that's not going to work. And then the last item that I got in the little Laura Mercier set is a lipstick. I love the packaging. It's so cute. This is the Velour Lovers Lip Color in Devotion. And this is kind of a pinky mauve, I guess, more pinky. But it looks like a really nice everyday nude color. I'm probably going to have to put something on top of this. I don't know if it might be too pink for me, but you never know. I've never tried any of her lipsticks, so I am excited to try that. Again, I am really excited to try out those powders just because everyone raves about them, but you got a brown girl, those powders are really white, so I'm like, I don't think it's going to work. Also too, in front of me I see an e.l.f. product that I forgot to talk about earlier. This is some sort of like a lipstick type of thing, or lip stain. I got this at Target, so this is what it looks like when I got it, and I haven't used it yet, but it's like got a funky applicator, but that's the actual color of the product inside. So I am excited to try that because I really do like that type of shade. It is marvelously mauve. Like almost everything I have lip colors like called mauve because I love those colors. The last thing I have here is the new Deck of Scarlet palette. I joined myself. I, am part of the subscription. They don't send them to me, so it is still part of a haul because I spend the money on it. What happens is that every 2 months you get a palette, and if you choose to opt out because it might be something you're not interested in, you can absolutely do that. Like the last palette they had, the colors just would not have worked on me. It's not something I would have reached for, so I just decided to decline it. But when I saw this palette, I haven't used it yet, but when I saw the palette, I went ape shit, like gaga over it, because it was just absolutely so beautiful, and it was definitely up my alley. This is what the packaging looks like on the outside, and I do already have another Deck of Scarlet palette, which I did a complete video about it. I'm going to do a complete video on this as well, again because the looks are so different. They always have like new artists in residence or in chief. This is the edition number 04. So basically what you do is you open it here, and then you have your powder products. You open it here, and then you have your lip products, which I think is ingenious, because you see people complaining all the time when if you have one flap, you're like, you're gonna get your powder into your lip stuff. So this is the combination. You get your 3 shadows, a blush, highlighter, and 2 lip products, and then another lip pencil or crayon, which I will show you in a second. But as soon as I saw this, if you've seen my videos, you know anything about me, you know that as soon as I would have seen these colors, I was like, yes, please, I will take one. So again, I haven't used it just yet, but I am excited to do so. And this particular palette came with a lip crayon, and it's actually a dual pencil. You get a lip liner on one side, which is called Tease, and then the lip crayon, which is called Playa. So I have just swatched these before, and actually I did use it once. I lied to you. I did use it once and I liked it. So there is your lip liner on one side there, and then the lip crayon, which is very creamy. It's not a matte crayon. Yeah, and I did use this because it's messy there, so you could see that. But that's what that looks like. It's a little deeper than the one that I got before. The other one I got before was kind of like a grayish, mauvey, purpley type of crayon, but I have raved about that crayon in past videos. I was using it so much after I got it, when I did the combination with just like a little bit of what was in the palette, like a lip product over the crayon. I absolutely fell in love. I was constantly using that thing and kind of had to reel myself back because they don't sell the lip product separately. So, you know, if they had, and I could say, okay, I could buy another one, then I'd be like using the crap out of it every day. But I had to kind of slow my roll there because once it's gone, it's gone. But this pencil and the lip crayon, I have used it once, really did like it. Same formula, nice and creamy. The color is really beautiful, complemented my skin tone very nicely, and I really did like it. So that's it for this haul. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I've purchased over the last several weeks and some things months. If you have questions on any specific product, please leave it down below. Or if you really want to see a specific product in a tutorial or in a future video, please just let me know and I'll make sure to do that for you. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also click that little bell so you get alerted as to whenever I upload new content. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.